of Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpa at tama. Buhay atenista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Kawal ni Ignacio, katipunero sugo, todo sa kayod, punong at tulong. Ipagka Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, blue and white, one big fight.
We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at radyo-katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates.
Jescom Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Palalimin ang kamalayan sa mga isyong napapanahon. Makisangkot at makiisa kasama ang simbahang lingkod ng bayan. Ang Socio-Political Apostolate ng Kapisanan ni Jesus. Ito ang Kwentuhang Bayan mula alas 11 ng umaga tuwing Biyernes dito lang sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Dahil naniniwala kami na posible ang isang mas mabuting lipunan at maaari itong simulan sa isang kwentuhan.
Get your daily dose of inspiration through our music. Follow Jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music in YouTube.
Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
The fire we reported at the old fire hall is still burning out.
Do you sometimes feel confused or lost in the complications and complexities of life? Do you feel drained, listless, or exhausted from the daily burdens and responsibilities? Why not seek our campus ministers on air every Tuesday from 2 to 3 in the afternoon? Listen to our counselors from the Loyola School's Campus Ministry Office as they ground our lives in our faith, in our school's spiritual tradition. Campus Ministers on Air. Be guided, be inspired, be blessed. Listen to our Campus Ministers on Air. Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at Radyo Katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpa at tama. Buhay atenista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, katipunero sugo, todo sa kayod, punong at tulong. Ipagka Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, blue and white.
rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM.
We stand before the grand horizon, 500 years of faith, grateful today.
We bear the gift of mission. Totally yours we give ourselves, faithfully yours until the end. To your mission, Lord, we give our yes. Kami hahayo sa iba't ibang dako, hatid ang iyong salita at paglilingkod.
Inang Maria, ang siyang gabay namit lugod, lalaganap alam ng iyong misyon.
Lima, kagatos na katuigan, pagtuong na dawat tas na kong grasya. Misyon, karon na atong gasa, kaugaling unihalata, mula hutay hangtod mamatay, sa misyon mo, O Diyos, tubagon ta.
We are gifted to give and live our gifts, mercy, compassion, justice, and peace.
The sign our world today will come to believe is the love we have for one and all. We bear the gift of mission, mercy, compassion, justice, and peace. Lima, kagatos na katuigan, pagtuong na dawat tas na kong grasya. Misyon, karon na atong gasa, kaugaling ni halata, mula hutay hangtod mamatay, sa misyon mo, O Diyos, tumagon ta. Sa misyon mo, O Diyos, tumagon ta.
Alright, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to JMM Radio, the official radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. Maayong gabi, Justin.
Maayong gabi sa imong tanan, Lester, and welcome to another exciting episode, of course, of JMM Radio, only here on radyo-katipunan 87.9, the official radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. Of course, it's another exciting Wednesday tonight, the 28th of April, 2021. Ayan.
Yes, we are broadcasting live from our homes, and you can watch us online on the Facebook pages of Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM, Jesuit Communications, Ateneo de Manila University, Jesuit Music Ministry, our artist pages, Himig Jesuita, One Praise, and we are also live on Periscope, on Twitter, and YouTube at Radyo Katipunan.
Yes, and of course, if you're the traditional type, you can hear us loud and clear via the 87.9 frequency on your FM band. If you are just within the 2 kilometer radius of the Ateneo de Manila University, or you can also check us out online via our online radio platform at jescom.ph/radyo-katipunan. Napaisip pa ako bigla. Nagduda. Napakilala ko ba sarili ko? Parang hindi ko yata napakilala yung sarili ko.
Hindi.
Oh, my name is Justin Pontino po of Radyo Katipunan. Hindi kasi naman nakita ko kasi bigla yung pangalan ko. Sabi ko, bakit iba yung pangalan ko? Iniba na yata ako ng katauhan ni James. Justino na ang pangalan ko. Ano yan? Dahil ba yan sa tema ng ating pag-uusapan ngayong gabi at medyo tayo ay parang a look back into the past, parang blast from the past ang ating tema ngayong gabi, di ba?
Yes. Tapos we opened our show with the song We Give Our Yes. Of course, it's on
Yes.
the composition of Father Carlo Magno Marcelo, and it is the official mission song of the 500 years of the arrival of Christianity in our country, and it's performed by the Basilica Minore del Santo Niño Creative Arts Ministry.
Yes. So, napansin niyo po no mga kaibigan, medyo iba yung tang namin. May slight of Bisaya. Yan. Kasi ang mga kasama po natin ngayong gabi ay well, of course, he comes from, of course, the down south, but other than that, of course, no, alam naman natin that the fruits of Christianity in our country actually started down south, specifically in the areas of the Central Visayas. Ayan. So, yan po ang pag-uusapan talaga natin ngayong gabi. Diba?
Yes.
Tama ba, Les?
Oo. Hot na hot ang topic about Philippine history this week, Justin, no?
Oo,
Social
correct.
media. Parang may patagisan ng kaalaman tungkol sa
kasaysayan. Correct. Oo. Para tayo nagku-quiz bee. Literal, every day of this week. Kasi nga, ngayong linggo talaga natin halos sinicelebrate ang mga historical, mga historical hallmark events ng ating kasaysayan ng, of course, ng pagkakatatag ng Kristyanismo dito sa ating bansa. Ayan. So yan. So yan po ang ating pag-aaralan. Oo nga, kasi para tayong magbabalik tanaw sa ating mga gaano ba kayo kagaling sa inyong sibika at kultura o di kaya ay araling panlipunan. Ayan ba favorite subject mo? Hindi naman.
English, pero oo, okay naman ang history.
Sakto lang. Ako nung high school yata, yan ang paborito kong araling panlipunan ng isa sa mga paborito kong subject.
Para mas kaya kong sagutin kung ano yung ayokong subject.
Oo nga. But anyway, ayan, samahan niyo po kami ngayong gabi na magbalik tanaw sa ating mayamang na kultura at kasaysayan, lalo na ng kasaysayan ng ating pananampalataya. Ayan. So makakasama po natin maya-maya lamang isang panahuin all the way from, of course, the Queen City of the South, diba?
Yes.
Cebu. Ayan. Anyway. Okay, sige. Pero huwag na natin patagalin siguro, Les, no? Let's get right into it, ika nga.
Pakilala na natin ang ating panauhin, Justin.
Yes.
Kung meron kayong patanungan sa mga kaganapan sa ating simbahan about our 500th anniversary, ano ba talaga ang paminsan nalilito ako sa tawag quincentennial, ano?
Quincentennial anniversary of the correct, of Christianity in the Philippines. Okay.
Yes, kasama natin ngayong gabi, kagaya ng sinabi ni Justin, mula sa Queen City of the South. Siya ay isang Agustinong pari mula sa Archdiocese of Cebu at siya rin ang chairman of Santo Niño at 500. Yan. Friends, let us welcome Father Aladdin P. Luzon, OSA.
Ayan. Magandang gabi po, Father.
Hello, magandang
Maayong gabi.
Maayong gabi sa tanan. Magandang gabi sa lahat. Viva
Yes.
Pit Senyor.
Viva Pit
Viva!
Senor. Yes. Ayan,
Tapos
ako.
lang ng misa. Namin dito sa
Mm.
Basilica in commemoration ng 456th kaplag.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Pag-uusapan natin na yan maya-maya lamang, Father, no? I-share niyo po sa amin yung kaplag. Ayan. So, para po sa kaalaman ng ating mga tagapakinig. Ayan. Kung kayo po yung mga katanungan, wag po kayo mag-atubulina. I-comment down lamang po ang inyong mga katanungan. Or if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like to share about our topic tonight, please do so by just commenting down on our live chat. Yan. Okay, sige, simulan na natin ang ating pag-uusap. So sabi nga po namin kanina, our topic tonight is all about the 500-year history of Christianity here in the Philippines. And yun ang halos ang sineselebrate natin for the past months. Not even months actually, no? It has been it has been a 9-year journey for the church. We of course started it in every year we had themes, no, hanggang sa ito na nga ang culminating natin na celebration, which is the 500 the quincentennial anniversary of the arrival of Christianity. Okay, sige, tanungin na natin si Father ng ating mga pressing questions. Next pressing questions talaga. Hindi kasi Father, yun nga, parang sabi nga namin din, nagbabalik tanaw kami sa aming mga yung history, yung kung gaano pa kami katatas sa mga subject namin ng araling panlipunan. Anyway, sige Father, baka simulan natin sa yun nga, yung ano ba talaga ang pinagmulan ng ating pananampalataya dito sa Pilipinas.
Okay, thank you, Lester and Justin for this opportunity. Anyway, this year is a year of grace para nating lahat ng mga Christians and for that matter specifically for us Catholics, as we are celebrating the quincentennial commemoration of the arrival of the faith, no? So maalala natin yung famous iwan ko kung naalala yung mga kantang mga novelty songs, starting yung kanta ng may mga Cebuano songs kasi yung March 16, 1521, so on so forth, di ba? Naalala nyo?
Si Paring Yoyoy ba to? Yoyo pala. Si Paring Yoyoy.
I grew up with that song, yeah.
Yes.
And then, so that marked also the beginning of the start of the European discovery of our lands, no? March 16 doon banda sa may eastern part ng Visayas, no? And then eventually natin i-fast track konti in April 7, 1521, dumao yung expedition nila ni Magellan dito sa Cebu, no? And the historic first baptism took place a week after, no? That was April 14, 1521. Yun po ang sineselebrate natin a few days ago, April 14, 2021, the 500th year, no? Anniversary, 500th anniversary of the first baptism in our country, na sinasabi din natin na yun po ang pag-introduce ng pananampalataya dito sa ating country. So maganda kasi when the baptism was celebrated, and right after that yung queen ng Cebu, si Queen Juana, ay perhaps was attracted to the image of the Senior Santo Niño that was part of the icons that were presented to the newly baptized natives. So she asked for that image. Madali nating associate yung first baptism and the gifting of the image of the Senior Santo Niño. So introduction of faith and then the arrival of the image of Senior Santo Niño. So napakalaking milestone ng kasasayan ng faith natin dito sa ating bansa. Kaya lang it's nararapat na itong celebration this year ay binibigyan talaga ng CBCP, and especially for that matter ng Archdiocese ng Cebu. No? I-clarify ko lang na I'm representing here as the chair of the Santo Niño 500 years event, counterpart po ng Archdiocese of Cebu sa isa pang malawakang celebration. So working together with our counterpart from the CBCP and the Archdiocese of Cebu, sapagkat po ang Basilica ay ang host or ang venue ng quincentennial commemorations. So that's it. So when we celebrated the commemoration, kahit na nandito pa yung threat ng COVID-19 pandemic, but still we're able to celebrate it successfully. No, so no other than the Apostolic Nuncio of the Philippines, si Archbishop Charles J. Brown ang nag-preside talaga ng celebration natin dito last April 14, 2021.
Opo, ang ganda po ng celebration ninyo, Father. We joined you online. Mabuti na lang meron ng social media at live streaming sa panahon natin ngayon. No? We're able to join you even virtually.
Correct.
Father, you
Tama.
mentioned the icon of Santo Niño was given to Reina Juana. Meron pa po bang ibang icons na ibinigay or na ibinigay nung unang panahon? Unang panahon talaga.
Yeah. Actually, there were 3 icons presented. The icons on the cross, and then Our Lady, and then the Santo Niño. And of all the icons, it was the Santo Niño that somehow took the attention deeply on the part of the newly baptized Queen Juana. Yung nga sinasabi, she took her as somehow in place of their idols at the time. No, so perhaps there was a kind of spiritual attraction from the part of the Queen that made her ask for that image of the Senior Santo Niño to be a gift of her baptism. So of the 3 icons, it was the icon of the Niño that was that attracted the Queen.
So, Father, this is alongside the the Magellan's Cross that they are saying, yung nandun sa yung iconic na cross. Tama po ba? O iba pa po yun?
Yeah, the Magellan's Cross was erected in the middle of when they arrived a week after, on the day of baptism. Magellan planted a cross in the middle of the plaza where the baptismal ceremonies took place. So yan ang parang naging Magellan's Cross ngayon. So yun ang if you were talking about the Magellan's Cross, yung area ngayon, iwan ko kung nakapunta na ba kayo ng Cebu dito sa Cebu.
Oh yes, opo.
Okay. So dito may tinatawag tayo dito na Plaza Sugbo. And then meron ditong Magellan's Cross kiosk, no? Ito yung historic place where the cross was planted by Magellan, no? So during that event.
Natatanda ko yan, Father, kasi when I was there, the first time I was there, yun lang talaga yung dalawang lugar na yun lang ang pinuntahan ko na sinadya ko talaga. Yan, Magellan's Cross, at saka of course the Basilica of the Santo Niño. Yan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bumili kayo
anyway,
ng OTAP, Justin, for sure, no? Tsaka
hindi, danggit. Danggit talaga pinuntirya ko dyan, hindi.
Yeah, oo. Pag makapunta kayo ng Cebu tapos hindi kayo makapagdala ng danggit, of course, dadaan kayo ng Basilica at saka Magellan Cross Basilica. Pero maliban dun sa parang religious attraction, yung attraction din sa tiyan natin, yung danggit, kailangan puntahan.
Siyempre parang kulang ang iyong punta sa Cebu kung wala ka nung mga yun.
Oo.
Sabi nga nila. Anyway, Father, ayun nga po, you just mentioned na kakatapos lang po ng inyong yung itong celebration na tinatawag na kaplag. Ano po ba ito? For the benefit of those who have heard of this, who are hearing this for the first time. Ano po ba ang kaplag?
Yeah, ang kaplag is a Cebuano term for discovery or finding. So, yun, so the reference of the quincentennial celebration this year is the first baptism, no? Yung sinasabi nating introduction of the faith, no? And then yan ang reference ng ating quincentennial celebration this year. However, the Kaplag is a celebration whose reference is the event that took place 44 years later. No? So alam natin na the European discovery, no, during these years, no, napaka ano yung Europe, lalo na yung Spain, on the finding of spices, no. That was the reference of the time of the Magellan expedition. But there were expeditions after the Magellan expeditions, 3 actually, that were failure. No, it's still on the isa pa sa pinahanap nila yung talaga yung the quest for that, no, spices. However, may karagdagan na yun eh. There was another parang desire to look for the return route, no, of that was started by the remnants of the Magellan expedition, yung Elcano, no? Alam natin yun, no? After the war, no? When Magellan died, no? And then the remnants of this expedition was able to successfully return to Europe, no? So right after that, there were 3 consecutive expeditions. However, they failed, no? So it's only in 1565 the expedition of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. During the time, kasama na po yung mga first missionaries. Yan po ang Order of St. Augustine. So that's 1565. In April 28, no, a day after they arrived the island. So devastated talaga yung island kasi after some few matatawag natin negotiations, no, the foreigners or the expedition somehow parang sinasabi nila na they were trying to scare off the natives, but so yun ang nangyari. Ang nangyari doon na devastated yung shoreline, no, yung the settlements were destroyed, and there was a soldier who was able to find a hut na isang ano ba yan sa Tagalog, sa Cebuano, payag, sa parang bahay kubo siguro, maliit na bahay, isang kubo, and then there they found a box there, no. Sinasabi pa nga hindi siya na destroy, even though the neighborhood was devastated already. And when he opened the box, he found an image of this, and that image miraculously was the image of the Santo Niño. So there was a shocking parang experience on the part of that soldier, Juan Camus, upon finding that the image of the Santo Niño was still there intact. So yun ang famous finding event or discovery. At yan ang tinatawag sa mga Cebuano na kaplag, no? So yun ang nangyari. So yun ang that's the thing that we are celebrating today. If our reference is 1565, this year is the 456th, no, anniversary of that kaplag event. So 1521, the introduction of the faith and the gifting of the image of the Senior Santo Niño. 1565, the finding or the kaplag or discovery of the image of the Senior Santo Niño by the Legazpi expedition, no. Yun ang masasabi natin, according to history, it's only in 1565 that the formal evangelization took place, sapagkat noong 1521 after
Okay. I think
yata si Father.
I think we lost Father for a while. Ah, okay, sige. Babalikan natin si Father for sure babalik naman yan si Father in a bit. Anyway, ayun, no? Ang ganda nung kwento nung kaplag. It's yung term na finding, no? Tama, no? Finding, discovery of the rediscovery pala of the Santo Niño, na yung mismong image yata yun na binigay nung original, nung first baptism. Okay,
Yeah.
Father, are you back with us?
Yeah, no. Sorry, wala ko kanina. Parang
Apo.
hindi siya, may nagiging unstable yung connection ko dito.
Okay. Okay, no problem, Father. Okay, you're back
Yeah.
naman ako. Okay. Sige, Father. Ayan. Ang ganda. No, yun nga, Father, since we're talking about the Santo Niño, bakit hindi na natin pag-usapan talaga yung the event itself na talagang yun yung trademark sa Cebu, which is the Sinulog. Di ba, Les?
Mm-hmm.
Oo, ayan. So, Father, paano nyo po sinelebrate ngayong taon, no, yung Sinulog, no, considering the fact na tayo po ay ginugo po ng pandemya? Ano po bang naging paraan ninyo to commemorate it? Kasi of course we all know all of the other feasts and yung mga talagang merriment natin ay natigil dahil nga po sa COVID-19 pandemic. Pero yun nga po, no, sabi nga nila minsan yung faith, hindi mapipigilan ng faith talaga. So kayo po doon sa inyong sinulog, paano niyo po ba yan na-celebrate ngayong taon?
Actually, after ang unang gusto ko lang yung kaplag, yun ang mark the beginning of the Sinulog, or mas tamang term talaga, Fiesta Senior. Kasi itong Sinulog kasi parang it's more on cultural. Ito ay dito sa Cebu, ang Sinulog term ay would refer to the cultural events, activities that are being spearheaded by the government, no. So itong Fiesta Senior is more on the religious side, no? So itong Fiesta Senior started actually in 1565, no, when the Legazpi expedition found the image of the Señor Santo Niño. There was a kind of jubilation on the part of the Spaniards. Kasi at the time, those years, back in Europe, famous na yung devotion ng Señor Santo Niño, no? And then when they found the image of the Señor Santo Niño, perhaps they were thinking that their expedition must have been blessed by God, no? So there was a jubilation on the part of the Spaniards, and of course by the Augustinian missionaries. So there was the first procession. So nag-procession sila doon, and then Legazpi ordered that at that very place may i-construct na simbahan in honor of the Kaplag event, no. So yun ang mga ilan sa mga importanteng events na nangyari in 1565. So during our generation, sa generation natin ngayon, yung Fiesta Senior ay being celebrated every third Sunday of January, no. So this year, napakahirap po yung pag-prepare natin sa Fiesta Senior sapagkat dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic, we only had we were able to celebrate the 5th or 4th novena. And then after that, we decided to continue the novena online. And the first few days ng novena, those were done with the public dito po sa Pilgrim Center. But because of the ongoing threat of the pandemic, and we found out to really difficult to manage the devotees outside ng simbahan. So after some consultations with the national government, with the ITF and the other members of the congregation, so we decided to finally cancel the public celebrations of the novena and had it na lang online. So yun ang pinaka mahirap talaga na situation sa pag-celebrate ng Fiesta Senior this year.
Hopefully by January next year, Father, no, makapag sinulog na tayo dyan sa Cebu.
Oo, sana makapunta na rin kayo dito. So ito po talaga ang kasama sa mga prayers natin na sana ay finally we will be able to celebrate the Fiesta Senior as a normal celebration.
Oh, nako Father, you just don't know how much we we want to go out na and
Yeah.
and travel to kahit nga yung yung land travel nga lang to another province sobrang gusto na namin gawin di ba?
Oo.
What more if we if we go to Cebu and and join in the festivities of the Sinulog. Anyway, Father, sige, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan ngayong gabi. But of course, let's take a quick break. Of course, kasama pa rin po natin si Father Aladdin Luzon, OSA, ang tumatayong media, tama po ba? Media director or yes, media director for the 500 years celebration of the Santo Niño. Ayan.
Hindi po. Sa ano po? Sorry.
Sorry.
The chair ng
Santo Niño at 500.
500.
Ayan.
Thank you. Baka magkamali
Thanks
tayo.
for correcting.
Okay lang. Thank you.
Anyway, Father, ayan, sige. Let's take a break. Let's take a quick break. But for that, of course, let's listen to some music, of course, from our catalog. But this one is sige nga, sorry, I'm trying to find
Just to listen to Called to Share. This is performed by Amabel, courtesy of the Archdiocese of Cebu Media Center.
Okay. So let's listen to that. Magbabalik po ang JMM Radio pagkatapos ng patalastas na ito.
A story was told of long ago, our gift of faith in Santo Niño. 'Twas given to a queen, a tribute to baptism was the beginning of Christianity in our land. The story unfolded, helping us to grow in faith in Santo Niño. Let us bring it into action. It's the challenge of the mission, that the cross of Christ will continue to shine in our land. How blessed are we who inherit the gift of faith from Señor Santo Niño. Best
All right, and we are back. You're still watching JMM Radio, the official radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. Ang awit po na inyong napakinggan, napanood ay ang Call to Share. It's a production of the Order of the Saint Augustine, province of Santo Niño, in commemoration of the 500 year of the Holy Child's image in our country.
Yes. And
Senyor.
right after that, though, we also played the ad for I think that's the things to look forward to, tama po ba? On the celebration that we are doing now for the Santo Niño at 500. Ayan. Okay. Ayan, so nagbabalik po muli kami. Of course, kasama pa rin po natin si Father Aladdin Luzon, OSA. Kokorek ko na yung sarili ko. Siya po ang media liaison. Ito, Father, ano ko na talaga, isasagad ko na para talagang itama ko to. Project Manager of the Santo Niño de Cebu Agustinian Development Foundation Incorporated. And he's also the chair of the Social Pastoral Office, spiritual director of the Basilica Pilgrims Assistance Volunteers, spiritual director for the medical team and the Basilica's United Vendors and Photographers. So, wow, niyasa ko na pala po lahat yata yung yung credentials nyo para lang makabawi. Anyway,
Nag-research ka talaga. Nag-research ka talaga.
Yes, wow. Thanks to our very diligent researchers. Ayan. Maraming salamat po. Anyway, Father, so ayun. Of course, pinag-uusapan po natin ang 500-year celebration or commemoration of Christianity here in the Philippines. Ayun. At kasama, of course, pinag-usapan na natin kanina yung mga happenings dyan sa Cebu. But actually, the real question that we have is really, why are we celebrating, or why do we really need to celebrate 500 years, the 500 years of the arrival of Christianity in the Philippines? Because some people argue kasi po that celebrating it is, well, for some they say it's unpatriotic, no? Because it was also the start of the colonization of our lands. And the phrase the sword and the cross is commonly used po in discussing the Spanish conquest of the islands, and not just the islands. I think it's also it's actually the way of colonization, no? They use both the sword and of course the cross to colonize their colonies, no? So, yon, Father, para sa inyo po ba, ano po ba talaga ang kahalagahan ng paggunitan nitong pagdiriwang na ito?
Okay, thank you, Justin. We understand the sentiments of some of our fellow Filipinos because we know that there were some what we call this undesirable events that took place alongside with the introduction of our faith. We know that kung if we focus more on the negative of the events, in my opinion, we may not be able to see to move forward. No, so that is why it's important to read again our history with the view na we can learn a lot from history. Not because we celebrate those painful things or yung mga masakit na kasaysayan sa mga ninuno natin, but the essence of studying history is that we will be able to learn the lessons from the past, and we will try to create another roadmap for the future, no? So yun nga ang sinasabi natin pag yung hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makapunta sa that principle can be applied also. So same way in the realm of faith or in the field of religion, it is also important to learn, no? Alam naman natin na mayroong mga bagay-bagay na ayaw natin i-highlight in the history of the church, di ba? Yung mga tragedies na time. But ito pwede nating i-reflect eh. Even in morally evil things, there are good things that would appear or that would be revealed. No? In the Bible, for example, in the Bible, even before the Philippines was discovered in the Bible, we can already see stories where morally evil things in the midst of morally evil things, there were some good things that appeared that came out. For instance, when Joseph in the book of Genesis, siguro ma-recall niyo yung Joseph and his brothers, the story of Joseph and his brothers. Joseph was sold, di ba? Bininta siya ng mga kapatid niya. But in the end, he told his brothers, you intended evil to me, but God intended something good for us. No, parang ganyan na pagkasabi, because in the end it was Joseph who saved or became a important factor in the survival of his family, for that matter, for his brothers, no? And even the time of Jesus, kay Jesus na lang talaga, no? The most, shall we say, moral evil of the time, death of the Son of God, no? The death of the Son of God paved the way for our liberation, for our salvation. So maganda kung titingin talaga tayo sa history, not because we want to celebrate those painful things, but we look back at history because we want to learn more about the events in the past, and we want to get the lessons, no? Learning from the lessons, and then move forward as a country, no? With a sense of renewal, of course. Ayan ang maganda. With a sense of renewal. We don't want those bad things to happen again. That is why we have to look back and we have to renew. We have to, kung meron tayong kasalanan, we have to repent, no? Mga kaparian, mag-repent, lahat mag-repent, because in one way or the other, we committed mistakes in the past. No? Pwede yan sa history, pwede yan sa personal lives natin, no? That's why kahit sa personal lives natin, kailangan natin mag-examine sa sarili natin kung meron ba tayong ginagawa in the past, so that we will repent and we will renew and we will convert ourselves to God, and therefore we look at the future in a better perspective. Ito din ang ginagawa natin sa Quincentennial celebration, not because that we rejoice over the bad things, again, because we want to learn from the past, and we want to move forward with a sense of renewal and, of course, enthusiasm to build a better future for our country and for our church.
Ganda ng sinabi ni Father, yung learning from the past so that you can move forward to your future. Ayun, ganda. Nga naman, no? Bakit nga naman natin titindihan yung mga hindi magagandang nangyari, di ba? Nang gano'n, i-celebrate natin. Pero you would wonder, no, ano kayang mangyayari sa Pilipinas ngayon kung ano pa rin talaga tayo, no? If we're still part of Spanish rule, no? Sabi nga ni nag-comment nga si James, baka meron tayong hari at reyna. 'Di ba? Sabi nila. Anyway, and Father, bukod po sa, of course, you're currently celebrating at Santo Niño at 500. Ano pa po ba mga bagay na ilo-look forward natin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that question. Actually, in cooperation with the Archdiocese of Cebu, meron tayong hinahandang mga activities dito sa Cebu as far as itong Quincentennial is concerned, no? May mga mission sessions, mission festivals ang buong Cebu, Archdiocese of Cebu, and then by next year merong ang the culmination. I'm speaking of culmination because within this year, no, this following months, merong mga activities na magiging build up ng culmination natin. So isa doon ay mga mission congresses dito sa Cebu. In fact, I know that may mga simbahan din sa Maynila, din sa NCR, na kasama sa mga Jubilee churches, Jubilee churches.
Yes,
no?
correct.
That will encourage people to visit. But however, dahil sa ECQ, wala tayong choice. Pero ang maganda sana ay makabisita man lang sa mga simbahan. At least 10% allowed pa dyan sa Maynila.
Yes, Father. We have the Jubilee churches for all of the dioceses, no, and archdioceses in the Philippines. Iba-iba nga ang number, no, Father. Sa inyo po ba, ilan po ang Jubilee churches sa Archdiocese of Cebu?
We have around 9 lahat-lahat nito sa Cebu.
9.
9 lahat nito. Ang Basilica ay hindi kasama sa mga selected Jubilee churches sapagkat ang guidelines ay mga parokya, no? So binibigyan ng diin ng mga parokya upang ang mga parokyano ay bibisita sa mga simbahan nila. However, ang Basilica, whether or not proclaimed ng this year as a Jubilee Church, part ng Jubilee Church, meron pa rin tayong privilege sa Basilica directly from Rome, no? So every day if you visit the Basilica, meron pa rin tayong plenary indulgence as long as we follow the guidelines, yung of course confession, and then mag-celebrate ng misa, then pray for the intentions of the Pope, and at the same time doing some works of charity, you know. So pwede pa rin makatanggap ang tao ng plenary indulgence. So sa mga Jubilee churches, yan ang we are looking forward sa grace of ng plenary indulgence. Maliban po sa itong declaration ng Jubilee churches, meron ding collaboration ang Augustinians at ang CBCP and the Archdiocese of Cebu. Itong joint pilgrimage ng Jubilee Cross replica ng Magellan's Cross, and then yung pilgrim image ng Santo Niño. Supposedly, we could have already done this in 2020. However, because of the pandemic, hindi po tayo nakapag-travel. So it's a nationwide sana na activity. But we started here in Cebu. We have just resumed this pilgrimage last April 14. And we are envisioning that kung wala na yung pandemic, we can travel outside Cebu province and we can have it nationwide pilgrimage already. So yan po isa sa mga tinitingnan natin na mga activities nationwide.
We're looking forward to that, Father. Sana marating po kami ng Jubilee Cross at ng Pilgrim Image of Santo Niño. Yan. Justin, no, according to our research, there are more than 500 Jubilee churches all over the Philippines, and pilgrims can visit these churches to receive plenary indulgence up to April 22, 2022. Yan.
Yes. Kasi binigyan nga tayo ng ano nito, no, ng basbas mula sa Roma. As we are of course commemorating the anniversary, the quincentennial anniversary of the arrival of our faith here in the country. Ayan. So okay. Father, siguro at this point, no, we would like to ask for any words or any message from you to those who would, of course, love to celebrate with us this momentous event, of course, in the history of our faith here in the country.
Okay, so sa lahat po na mga fellow Catholics, faithful, and of course devotees of the Senior Santo Niño, just be kung saan man kayo ngayon, we know that there are restrictions, no, in your respective areas. Just be mindful of the protocols, and kung 10% lang dyan sa NCR sa ibang sulok ng Pilipinas, just be compliant because para lang po yan sa atin. Though we may not be able to celebrate physically, normally the celebrations for this quincentennial, you can join us. All the faithful of the Catholics in the country can join us together by visiting our pages sa diocese. Please visit the YOC, 500 YOC page, and then sa Basilica, BMSN Cebu. So itong dalawang pages ay palaging nagka-cross-posting ng kanilang mga activities. So hindi po tayo we can still be able to celebrate with us together, virtually. And then yan po, we continue our prayers for the end of this pandemic. Alam natin na napakalaki na ang distraction nito sa buhay natin, hindi lang sa larangan ng pananampalataya, kundi po sa lahat ng components ng buhay natin, sa labor, sa livelihood, sa security, sa mental health. In fact, isa din sa mga programs ng Agustinian ito yung mental health program sa isang internet radio natin later on. And maybe I know that JMM is also aware of the need of journeying with our brothers and sisters in terms of our mental stability. Ito isa sa mga napaka-seryoso na bagay ngayon sa panahon natin. Of course, maliban sa food insecurity. So we hope that we continue helping one another. Yung mga dumaming mga pantries, suportahan natin yung mga community pantries sapagkat yan po isa sa mga paraan na we can already become witness to the faith that we have received. Yung sinasabi sa team natin, gifted to give. We are called to share. So kung ano ang meron, kahit kunti man lang nandyan sa atin, alam natin na wala tayong excess ngayon, pero dahil sa care natin, sa concern natin, we can still be able to set aside some of the things that we have, and we can give that to those who are in need most. Lalo na dyan po sa NCR, makikita natin sa news na marami pong naghihirap ngayon. So in the other parts of the country, let us be mindful that a good Christian makes a better citizen.
Ayan, ako. Maraming salamat. Dagang salamat po, Padre, for joining us tonight. Ayan,
salamat, Justin and Lester.
Yes. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa ating panauhin ngayong gabi. Yan, si Father Aladdin, Luzon, USA. Ayan, Les, baka at this point, we have any announcements for us?
Just magpasalamat din tayo kay Father Rick Anthony Reyes, OSA, ang ating contact dyan sa may Basilica Minore del Santo Niño. And then, may mga nagpapabati dito.
Ayaw nga naman, syempre. Marami pa pala tayong mga viewers ngayong gabi.
Si Maria Victoria Eda Ponan, si Ron Francisco, at ang mga nandun sa ating group sa Friends of the Jesuit Music Ministry. And then a couple of announcements lang po. We have a new playlist which has the theme songs of major events and milestones in the Philippine Church, plus a number of your favorite JMM songs. Kasama po dito ang awit na nilikha ni Father Carlo Magno, We Give Our Yes, awit ng misyon, at ang recently released Live Christ, Share Christ, which is the official theme song for the 500 years of Christianity in the Philippines. So we will paste the link in the comment section. And then please don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts. We are on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, that's Jesuit Music Ministry, and we are on Spotify, that's jescom.ph. And gaya ng sinabi ni Father, if you'd like to follow the events happening in Cebu, go to the page of 500 Years of Christianity, Archdiocese of Cebu. We'll also paste the link in the comments.
Yes. And of course, baka Father, you have anything to plug on your end, kung saan po matatagpuan din ng ibang mga information about the celebration of the quincentennial in Cebu. Meron po ba kayong mga links, for example, you can share? Bukod po dun sa 500, tama ba? It's facebook.com/500YOC Cebu. Tama? Tama ba yun?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Ayan. Yes, Father, go ahead.
Yeah, meron pa tayong sa BMSN Cebu. BMSN Cebu. And then, yung isa po ay Santo Niño at 500
Okay,
pages.
that's all in
So,
Facebook.
ah,
Facebook pages po yan.
Facebook page po lahat yan. Of course, yung 500 by OC, automatically yun pa rin ang website natin doon. So may mga updates doon. Of course, CBCP Monitor online, makikita din natin yung mga updates. So marami tayong mga platforms. As you said kanina, napakaganda ring bagay na at this time, mas malawak na ang reach ng social media. Maybe we can say already that this also a provincial moment in our lives na di tayo mahirapan to celebrate our the anniversary of faith at this time sapagkat tayo ay available online virtually. Thank you.
Yes, ayan. At kahit papaano,
Salamat po
no,
dyan, Father.
dahil po, yes, correct. Salamat, Father. At yun nga, sabi nga, kahit papaano, tayo ay napag-iisa dahil sa social media. Ayan. Kaya kahit malayo po sila, ay nakakaisa tayo sa kanilang pagdiriwang. No? Ayan. So, muli maraming salamat po, Father, for joining us tonight for this episode, of course. Looking forward, of course, to one day being back there in Cebu. Ayan. Grabe. Namimiss ko ng magbakasyon. Grabe.
Oo nga. Ay, just bago tayo magtapos, no, meron kasing mga nagtatanong tungkol sa piyesa ng Live Christ, Share Christ. Wala po tayong piyesa noon, pero ang -1 po, you can download on all digital music platforms. And then CBCP has asked us to create a recorded version of Gifted to Give, yung may Spanish at saka Cebuano lyrics. We are working on that. Hopefully, by 4th or 3rd week of May, we'll be able to share it with all of you.
Okay. So muli, no, maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa atin of course, sa isa na namang edisyon ng JMM Radio. Sa ngalan po ng lahat ng bumubuo ng ating programa, lahat po ng ating mga producers at the background, si Judith Exquivias, of course, our producer for this episode tonight, si Adam Domingo at si Chris de la Cruz, and of course, our technical person, si Engineer James Wong. Ayan. Maraming salamat po. Ako po si Justin Pontino ng radyo-katipunan.
And we will leave you with the cover of Gifted to Give by Samantha. She's a 13-year-old girl from Lapu-Lapu City. Ako po si Lester Mendiola. Tayo po ay manalangin, magpasalamat, at magmalasakit. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Magandang gabi. See you next week for our episode on motherhood in the time of pandemic.
We are blessed, blessed 100-fold. The cross of Jesus Christ in our Asian shores is now 500 years cherished gift to hold. He has given us faith, a gift to love and to share. Esta fe es bendición también nuestra misión. A todos los que sufren traemos salvación. A todo el mundo compartir su compasión. A toda la humanidad llamamos a la conversión. Tayo'y may katungkulan at pananagutan na ang kapwa'y akayin kay Kristong putihin. San Lorenzo Ruiz, San Pedro Calungsod, tanan na Pilipino sa kantos ug bulahan, tatangad to sa Dios ang among pasalamat. Laki pa mong panaad nga magmatinud-anon.